guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie, if you're new here. Today we are getting into some goodies. I'm actually trying out a new makeup brand that I haven't tried before, but I've heard really great things, along with some other products that I haven't really used before. So this is kind of like trying out makeup that I've never used. And there's some that are in here that are just kind of filler pieces that I don't have new items from, like mascara and like eyebrow stuff. But for the majority, the rest of it is new, and I'm really excited to share it with you. So, if you want to stick around, if you like very random content, I like to talk about products I'm loving. I have hauls that I do DIY stuff, I do house stuff, and I also work on my small business on Etsy, which is Katie Dawn Designs. If you want to stick around, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It means the world to me. But without further ado, let's get rolling. Okay, first off, I'm going to pin my hair back with some clips. If you are one of my returning subscribers, you've seen me do a video like this with a couple brands. So I've done a full face of Merit makeup, which I absolutely love, and I have that video linked to this video if you want to watch it. I also have Typology Paris, which I have tried and I've also loved. I've been on a journey of finding makeup that's really good quality, that's made very well and has good ingredients, is sustainable as possible. So that is why I also wanted to look into Saie, and I'm really excited to try them. I did pick up a separate order from Sephora for a few other items that are new to me, and those include Rare Beauty and Hourglass. So I got those, and I also got a little free sample size of this. I don't know if it's Seal or Saie. This is the brand, but it's this little SPF 30 primer. Maybe we try this. I do already have some sunscreen on my face though. So to start this off, I did prep my skin, and these are my tried and trues for prepping my skin. So this is Merit's Great Skin Instant Glow Serum and Great Skin Priming Moisturizer. So I use both of these to start. And recently I've been using this La Roche Posay sunscreen. So this is specifically for your face, and it is broad spectrum SPF 60. So it looks like this, and it comes in this cute little bottle, and you shake it up, and it is super light on the skin. It hasn't been breaking me out, and it's a perfect little travel size. It actually goes a long way. It looks really small, and it is a little bit more expensive, but what's in it and how it reacts to my skin is really important to me. So this one is really light and I barely even feel it. So I just put this on right after I'm done with prepping my skin. Okay, so let's start off with Saie. So the box came really cute. They have this little bag up top, and it says these are cotton balls, use them. It's true, our packages are padded with cotton balls made in the USA from organic cotton, no less. So open the pouch and swipe away. Try one for makeup removal, one for fresh toner. So they have a little baggie of cotton balls that they use as their packaging, but you can also use them afterwards, which is amazing. Also, I'm pretty sure this is biodegradable packaging. I can kind of tell, which is amazing. And we have a bunch of goodies in here. So the items that I picked up are the Slip Tint. This is a broad spectrum SPF 35 sunscreen tinted moisturizer. This is honestly the reason that I wanted to pick up some of their items along with their blush. And I got the shade 2. It looks like this. And what I've heard is it's really lightweight, but it has really nice coverage, not too heavy, along with the sunscreen. So this is perfect for summer. I'm really excited to try that. Next, I got the Hydrabeam Brightening and Hydrating Under Eye Concealer. And I got this in the shade HB Half. And it looks like this. I'm really hoping this is my color because when I made this order, I was able to put in a free concealer and a highlight, and they only had so many options for the concealer shades, and this one seemed like the best option, so we'll see if that is the case. Next, I did pick up the big brush, so this is a buffing brush, and I really love big brushes to put on my foundation. And I feel like I had to get their brush to kind of work with their products the best. Plus, the set that I picked up came with this in the slip tint, so it was kind of a 2-for-1 kind of deal. So we have this big brush, and this has some weight to it. This is a nice brush, and it's so soft. Next is the Dew Blush. This is a liquid cheek flush, and I got the color Rosy. And this is the color. So this is the blush. Ooh, it's so fresh. It's just kind of a nice, kind of dusty pink orange color. And people rave about this blush, so I'm very excited to try that. Finally, this is one of the ones that came for free with my order that I just picked a shade from. This is their Glowy Super Gel. It's a lightweight multi-purpose illuminator, and I got it in the shade Roseglow. Looks like this, and it looks like it's a little pump. Okay, so that's everything I got from Saie, and then from Sephora, I picked up a new pressed finishing powder. I do have a loose setting powder from Laura Mercier, but I wanted to try something different, and I have been hearing nothing but great reviews on this Rare Beauty True to Myself tinted pressed finishing powder, and I got the shade Porcelain, and it looks like this. Such a cute little packaging. So this I'll put on right at the end and just kind of dust it over the areas that tend to get kind of greasy for me. I have kind of dabbled into this a little bit and I've been obsessed with it. So I'm excited to kind of mix it with the Saie products and see how they play together. But I did wait for you guys specifically to pull this little guy. So good. So good. Also, this is the cutest little compact for when you just want to touch up. I love it, and it's so thin. Perfect for travel. The other item I got from Sephora is Hourglass Mechanical Gel Eyeliner, and this is the 1.5 millimeter in the shade Bronze. I've never had anything by Hourglass, and I really wanted a super thin eyeliner because it just works better with my eyes. So I wanted to pick this one up in Bronze because I feel like it'll go really well with my blue eyes. And this is the eyeliner. Super fine tip. The other items I'll show you as I'm putting them on because they are ones that I've had. They're not new. And we'll just get going. I'm so excited to try all of these. First, I'm going to go in with this Glowy Super Gel Illuminator just to kind of put in the spots where I usually like to have some highlighting. So I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to apply it with my finger. And this way it kind of lives underneath my makeup a little bit. So it's already giving me kind of that dewy look. I'm going to zoom you guys in. It does have a little scent, but it's not bad. Okay, so she's super subtle, which is nice. Then I'm going to go in with the Saie Slip Tint. Again, this is number 2. And I'm going to use the buffing brush with it. Okay, I'm going to just do like one pump and just kind of place it everywhere that I want to use it. And we'll just blend her in. If you see me looking down, it's because my mirror's down here. Okay, so that is the foundation. It looks like it's a pretty decent match to my skin. And I feel like this brush makes it blend in really fast. It definitely is a more sheer foundation, and it definitely is buildable if you want to have a little bit more, but it looks like it is covering up like most of what I would want it to, and it gives kind of a dewy look, like really hydrated look. So I'm going to try out the concealer now. Again, this is in HB Half. Oh, has a really interesting applicator on it. It's kind of like a cone shape. So I'm just going to do a little because I don't know how thick this is. Hopefully this isn't too light. And I'm just going to use my finger. This also feels very hydrating. Does not feel drying, which I've experienced a lot with concealers. I definitely feel like it brightened up my under eyes like quite a bit. And they still feel really natural and dewy, so that's really nice. I'm probably going to do all my cream type products first before doing my setting powder. So I will go in with a different product from a different company and do my bronzer. So this is going to be Merit's Bronze Balm in the color Clay, which I love. I love, love, love. And I'm going to just put that in a couple spots. And I'm going to use Merit's little brush to blend that in. I do like mixing makeups, so I like to see how they kind of work together. And what I love is that we're still seeing that kind of highlight that we put on initially, kind of poking through. Next, I'm going to do Saie's Dew Blush in Rosy. I love how like big this is. This is very satisfying. But I'm just going to do like a couple little pops to see how pigmented it is. And honestly, I'm probably going to just use my other Merit brush that I use for blush and blend it in with that, just so I don't get the foundation brush kind of covered in the blush. And I'm just kind of tapping, not really swiping, just so it blends in with more of a kind of airbrushed look. A little definitely goes a long way, which is really nice. So these products will last for a while. I love a little blushy kind of moment, so I like to like put it across my nose a little too. Super soft, super natural. That is all of the Saie products. So I'm going to go in now with the Rare Beauty pressed powder in Porcelain to kind of set the areas that get really greasy throughout the day. And I'm just using a little Morphe X Ariel A14 brush. And I'm just going to get a little bit of this powder on my brush and tap off the excess, and then just work kind of like my under eye next to my nose and just kind of set those spots. I'm also going to do my forehead, a little of my eyelid. So that's with everything set, and I'm loving how it's looking. It's really nice, still glowy. Okay, now I'm going to do my eyebrows, which I start with Merit's Volumizing Pomade in light brown. So this is for the eyebrows. And I just kind of brush a little bit of this through my brows just to give them a little bit more darkness. I do have to tint my brows too, but this helps tremendously kind of make it a faster process with my brows. Since I've let my hair grow out to the natural color, I've been embracing a little bit of a darker brow to complement it. So that's all I'll do with that. And then I'll go in and blend it with the spoolie end of Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit. And I get shade 3.5, between 3 and 3.5. And I just kind of brush that up to blend in that pomade. And then I use the pencil side to fill in any kind of like sparse areas that I have, mostly on like my tail of my eyebrow. Then finally I'll go in with Benefit's Mighty Fine Brow Pen, and I get this in shade 3. And it looks like almost like a micro blade situation. It's just a little brush for hair-like strokes. So I'll mostly do that at the front of my brow, where I also have some sparse areas, but I just kind of even it out and fluff it up. And I'll kind of blend everybody in one more time. And to set my brows, I use L'Oreal Paris Brow Lamination. This works just like a charm for me, and it's very affordable and it's very easy. So I'll just brush mostly upwards and kind of over for a more natural kind of look. And just let those dry. So those are my brows. Finally, we're gonna do the eyes. And I don't really do a whole lot of eyeshadow, but when I do, it's like a brown color. So I'm just gonna use Morphe's 9R Bronze Metal Palette, which is so pretty. It's just got a bunch of neutrals with some shimmers. And I'm probably just gonna use this one at the bottom. So I'm gonna get another Morphe X Ariel brush. This is a 11, and it's a really nice and fluffy brush. So I just kind of dust that on my lid. I have pretty greasy eyelids, which is unfortunate, so I can't do a whole lot of eyeshadow anymore. I don't feel like I used to have that problem, but here we are. So I don't do a whole lot of eyeshadow anymore. But then I'll put a little bit under my eye. And it's always like a brown shade for me just because my eyes are blue. And honestly, that's all I do for the shadow. Next, we're gonna go in with Hourglass. This is that mechanical gel eyeliner in bronze. And I just wanna do like the tiniest little cat eye. So I'm gonna just work it in kind of along the outer lash line and make the tiniest little cat eye. Okay, as you can see, it's like super tiny. I just wanted a little bit to kind of give a little more definition at the corners of my eyes for just like a little cat eye. Finally, I'm going to do my eyelashes, so I'm just going to use the Tweezerman eyelash curler and the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. This one I think I have it in brown, but I also do like a black brown. And I'm just gonna check back in with you once I'm done with it because you don't need to stare at me doing that. Okay, my eyelashes are done. Finally, I'm going to put on some lip product. And I have the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Vanilla Beige. I really love Summer Fridays lip butter balms, and I love Rhode's peptide lip treatment in salted caramel. Just for like a little glossiness. We'll take the little clips out, give the old hair a zhuzh, and that is the finished product. I really like how it turned out, and it feels nice and light on my skin. I feel like all my products are kind of working together, so that's really nice to know that the Saie products do play well with others, but I absolutely love it, and I would highly recommend it, honestly. I've used some really beautiful brands recently, and I appreciate them all in their own way. So I wanted to bring Saie into the conversation and try it out and let you guys know what I thought and give you a little review, and you can see some of these products in action. But let me know if you guys have used Saie at all and if you love it, or if you have a brand that is like your tried and true, you love it, or what your favorite kind of products are. But I can give you a little close up at the window so you can kind of get more natural, kind of light vibes for this makeup. Okay, so this is right next to my window, and you can kind of see how it blended, how it's sitting on the skin. Doesn't look like it's sitting in any of my kind of nooks of my face, which is nice. And it doesn't look like I have a pile of makeup on, which I really appreciate. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if there's any products you're going to try out. I would love to hear from you. And also like and subscribe if you want to stick around. I'd love to have you. And I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you really soon. Bye, guys.